Next, let's talk about fabric groups. So fabric groups can contain resources from physical, virtual, or cloud-based sources. Now, the great thing about this is they're so flexible. So I could potentially make a fabric group of physical and cloud-based resources, or just virtual resources. It doesn't matter. The nice thing is we can actually automatically determine where to put things based on capabilities of those resources, maybe consumption models, so look at what is under provisioned or what has some space left. So the beauty of fabric groups is they're flexible and they support those different sources. To go along with that, you can set reservations and limits for each resource. So maybe I want to make sure that my physical resources don't use more than, I don't know, 100 gigs of RAM. And for my virtual resources, because this is a multi-tenant environment, but I want to make sure I give guarantees. Well, I'll say that 2 gigs of RAM for every VM are reserved up front. So when I create those VMs, it takes that reservation away from the available pool so that I'm not getting contention there. That makes it so we really can power this multi-tenant environment or mixing of physical and virtual resources. It really allows us to do that. And finally, we'll talk about business groups in a little bit here, but what do you do with fabric groups? Well, you assign them to a business group, and then they can consume them. So once a business group has a fabric group associated with it, that allows them to provision blueprint items with those underlying resources. That's kind of how the overall flow looks.